Alright, now that I got all those out and posted for everyone to see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Superpower Hours. From online league racing at dirt tracks or asphalt, we got you covered. I'm your host as every single damn week, Joshua Temple, and I'm here with one of the greatest colleagues that I have here in the online racing world. Welcome back for episode 16. And as you can see, we have everyone up top of who we're going to cover tonight. Nep, welcome to another wonderful week of Superpower Hours.
Another great week.
Yeah, I mean, Nep, you were involved in one of the highlights of the week was making the round of 8. And tell me how you prepped this week going into that vital 2 races.
A lot of practice, some one-on-one time with a great racing coach, trying to improve. I've always struggled at road courses, and I knew one of the races was a road course, and I would need to, do pretty good there, and then just just getting on a lot more than normal, and just pounding laps in, trying to better my laps each time out there. And I will say this, and Watkins Glen, I want to say, I took a private lesson with you there, Josh, and I appreciate your time to help me out. I think when we started the other night practicing, I was running like a 118 something, and in the actual race on Monday night, I was able to actually hit a 113. So big accomplishment for me, and to run consistent 114s throughout the race, and then to hit a fast lap of 113 for me, after coming from only hitting 118s and 119s. I mean, it to me that was a big win in my on my behalf. Um, I had fun this week. No matter the outcome, which we'll find out later on how things will go. It was a good week, and I'm just ready to get going. You there, Josh? You there, Josh? Well, everybody. Um, I think Josh is
Oh,
having technical
yep. Oh, I'm back.
difficult.
Hi. Alright, sorry, I was muted this whole time. I just realized that. What an asshole. Alright, back to where we were before. Next Gen Racing
You
League.
left. You can't leave me unsupervised. I mean, come on.
Sorry, no. My bad. But we get to the
Okay.
House of Vets Xfinity Series. And we go into
Damn.
Dover Motor Speedway. This is race 2 of the championship 4 races. And there's 4 of them total. So this is the halfway mark. As you can see, oh, geez, excuse me. Heavy
Josh,
D.
I'm gonna need you to start. Josh, I'm gonna need you to start taking a nap before these
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah, dude, I know.
You're
I'm
gonna start
tired.
yawning like that constantly, and I'm gonna start yawning, and our audience are gonna start yawning, and before long, we're all gonna be sleeping together. That just ain't right. That ain't racing, damn it.
It's not. No, but you gotta live. You gotta be the life of the party, dude. I'm down tonight, man. I am tired.
Dude, I'm the one that's been going since 3 o'clock this morning. Okay,
Yeah, I
come on
know.
now,
Fuck.
get with the program here, Josh.
Yeah.
You drink you, real quick, drink you a dubby,
Yeah, that is a good
and let's
point.
get this, let's get
That is
this
a
show
good
going.
point. Fucking add commercial W, dude. Go get yourself some W. That shit's wonderful. I really am staring at the bottle right now because I would love the scoop of it. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, everybody, you guys are coming with me to put some W in a bottle. We're gonna do a live taste test right here, right now.
Yeehaw.
Now I gotta fucking find it. Okay, there it is. So the thing with Dubby, great stuff. You take it, it's like taking crack. In a good way, not a bad way. So to the roosters out there in the world, our fucking lovely 8-ball buddies, get yourself some W. GG.
www.w.gg. Promo code
Temp 26.
Temp26. Get 10% off. Well, I figure I plug it all right there for you, Josh, while you're mixing your little beverage.
Yep, I'm in the process right now. I'm getting my W in my bottle. Just trying.
Well, while you're working on that, I mean, the first thing we're going to cover here is the House of Vets. You know, at Dover, Josh. Man, you have dominated the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
And we come down to the final four, and everything looks like it's yours in the bag. Man, the past two races have been kind of rough for you there, bud.
Yeah. First off, Ned, fuck you. in all seriousness, yeah, they've been very interesting. For instance, Martinsville, I had nothing for what Heavy D had, so he just drove away at Martinsville. Then we come to Dover. I qualified, I think, second or third, so was a better qualifying effort, but Heavy got the pole, so that's a plus 1 point now. He is currently plus 9. So let's show you how this race works out. And guess what, everybody? I have my fucking Dubby mixed up. I'm ready to kick someone's ass. All right,
there we go.
Back to the show.
Well, we started out with Heavy D going out there capturing the pole, like you said, with a 24.130.
Yes, he did. Fast guy.
But yeah, he's stepping up really when he needs to. You know, I mean, right here, final four races in the championship, and goes out there. He wins last week, so coming on a high, a hot run coming into Dover, and Dover's one of them tracks. You know, it's fast. If you catch the right line, man, you can just freaking scream around that track.
Yeah.
You know, as we've seen, you know, in the race, you know, Josh, go out there the first stage, you're able to get in the lead and just, you know, just walk away with it, capturing the first stage, winning the first stage. You go out there, win the second stage, look like you were gonna be able to pull something out, you know, and pick up a win and match the championship 4 races with Heavy D, and everything was going good for you until it wasn't. Would you like to fill us in?
Fuck you, Nep. All right. So, yeah, stage 1, fucking, I think I dusted by the field by like 4 seconds. Fast car on the base setup. Wish we stayed on base setup the whole time. It would have been lights out the whole race. Stage 2, we all got our adjustments in. Cars were sticking together. Me, Shiesty, and Heavy D. The car would branch out to like 5 or 6 car lengths and just stay there, would not pull away. Until the end. I realized the last 4 laps, the car was actually making very good lap time. So we were able to fucking pull away from them a little bit, win stage 2. Going to stage 3, was struggling very bad with the car. Something was up with it. I don't know what it was. Handling, did not want to steer anymore. It wasn't planting the right rear anymore, so I just was trying to hold on. I was hoping to at least try to finish around Heavy or in front of him so I can get a net positive gain on points in this race. So, we go through pit stops. Me and Shiesty go in early. We come out. And we're racing back through. We're getting the lead and stuff back. And good old J. Clay. I love you, J. Clay, but what the fizzuck. Yeah, we came out of 2. I must have came up a little bit. I know Jay came down a little bit. He didn't come off the corner square. He came off a little sideways. Um, but it wasn't
You know,
really
when
anyone's doing. It was just racing. But fuck itself.
honestly, what it looked like from my angle, and I know Jay runs a chase cam,
Yep.
and it's hard to see the front end of your when you're in the chase cam. You know, it's hard to see exactly where
Where the front
your
of the car
the
is.
nose of your car is at.
Yeah.
And I think what it is, went to come up to get behind you to pick up that draft, but with his chase being in the chase cam, he didn't realize that he was still
Not clear.
at your quarter panel, and it
Hmm.
wasn't fully clear. And in the game, the spotter on the game is shitty.
Yes.
You know, it'll tell you when you clear, and there's still half a
Hmm.
car there. And I think he tried to come up and catch your draft and just caught your note, caught your ass
Yeah.
in and just sent you spinning. And you know, hoping for a caution to come out because I think he even spun out and all,
Hmm.
and caution didn't come out. So you try to gun it to hurry up and get back going. And as you get back up to the top of the track, I don't know who it was that comes flying in there and just completely ass packs you. It sends your car on its side, right in the freaking wall, all the way around the rest of the curve. It's like, and I'm watching the video and I'm like, oh, he's pissed. He's probably just he probably just ripped his freaking wheel off his fucking stand.
Oh shit.
I
No.
I just kept waiting for your live feed to just end. Like, I'm
I
done. Fuck
almost quit when me and Jay
it.
spun. I almost quit. You see me pause the car? Yeah, I was about to quit out, and I was like, I need the points. So I turned the car around, and I was like, all right, I'm in a racing lane. Let me move up top. So I moved up top. This motherfucker James comes at me at Mach 10 and throws me in the air. My car went straight to the catch fence. I went into the fucking catch fence, rolled the top wall for at least 5 or 6 seconds, and then came finally off it. How were you doing? I was doing terrible. But yeah, so that happened. But Heavy ran a different strategy than Shiesty did, and Heavy was actually able to pull off the win. So he's 2 for 2 in the championship four right now. He really showed up when the time was right, and he's making his best effort of it. As you see
Uh,
here, with
Jay Clay just messaged me.
yeah,
He says, that isn't what happened. He was faster than me, and I was trying to stay up, and Josh came up a hair too early. but but anyway, you go out there now, and the thing is, James just sends you for a ride of your life down the wall. But when the dust was settled, Heavy D's able to walk away, pick up the second win in 2 weeks.
hmm
Going hot into next week.
hmm
James, how he managed this after that, debacle, finishes second. Hey, hats off to you, James. Great run. Shiesty would come in third. There's a name we don't hear much since he decided to retire. I guess I don't
Yep,
know.
what a
We don't
cunt.
see him that much.
What a cunt. Continue on.
See you next Tuesday.
Yep, cunt.
Um, La Killer would come out there and finish fourth, and Mountain Dew would finish fifth.
Mm.
With you, Josh, turning the fastest lap of the race with a
Yep.
23.568. Oh Lord,
Yeah,
why are people going?
I had that little shithead hooked up and ready to rip.
So but that's racing. I mean, it gets frustrating, but
Mm.
things like that happens. But as you see, you know, looking at the rest of it, you were able to salvage a sixth place finish,
Mm-hmm.
followed by Bullet Bob in seventh, Hamrick finished eighth, and Jay Clay finished ninth.
Mm.
So the up to date points coming into next week. Is it worldwide? Y'all that next week?
Yep, we're at Worldwide Tech next week. Yeah.
You got Heavy D coming in there with 3,117
Mm-hmm. Points.
points.
Yeah.
Josh, you're sitting there just.
Y'all are some.
Oh well, look. Well, look who it is.
If you don't go get your fucking beauty sleep,
Yeah, it's about to happen. I'm just about to smoke this joint real quick.
mm,
Yeah, some assholes.
yep.
You know
The
we
one
love you,
show I
Shiesty.
choose to watch live instead of the next night.
Hey, I could have used my team owner this week, sir.
Yeah, I know.
You don't
I
have a
know.
fucking team owner anymore, dude. You guys
Free
got
agent.
fucking held up like redhead stepchildren.
Yeah, PPR turned into PBR, Poor Boy Racing.
The
But
beer?
anyway.
I'm gonna get to bed, get my beauty sleep.
Yeah, you go there.
Y'all have a good night.
Well,
Have a coffee.
I guess if you're going to try to catch up on beauty sleep, I guess we'll see you next year.
No,
Oh, wow.
probably next century, but yeah.
Mm. All right, there, shitty. We'll see ya. We'll catch you in the flippity flap. All right, Dr. Shitty, everybody.
These power hours, you never know who might show up
Nope.
and walk in the door. But anyways, back to what we were saying. You know, Josh, you're sitting in second in points, just 14 points behind Heavy D with a 3,103. Then La Killer sitting in third with 3,081 points. And trailing him in fourth place is Mountain Dew Man with 3,075 points. So, I mean, you can't really mathematically, ideally, in a Vegas world, you're looking at either you or Heavy D is probably going to capture this.
Yep.
But with that being said, all it take is a win for the Killer or Mountain Dew, and
a bad finish by the others.
A bad finish, and it happens. I mean, not to throw our salt on the wound, but look at Dover with you. That's all it takes. So I mean, to those two guys, don't let up now. There's still two more races, lots of laps to be turned. Stage points are big. So make sure y'all, and I know they both will, but make sure you're getting on there and you're practicing those tracks because I'm telling you, worldwide, if you are not ready for turn 1 and 2, you're going to eat the wall every damn time.
Amen.
Or you're gonna loop it coming out of there. I mean, it's a tight turn, and so it's gonna be interesting.
Amen. Yep. Amen. But next we move on to the Cup Series. As we see, we go to Watkins Glen. JPR gets yet another pole as he adds to his crazy season total. Man stacking the boards like no tomorrow. Yep, I wasn't there for this one, so I don't have much insight on the stages. Would you like to take it away?
Sure. We go out there, like you said, JPR would capture the pole with a 1 minute 12 second .501 fast time. I mean, with no adjustments, just going out there. JP has shown to be the road course king this season. With I think this was his third. As we'll get to it, but he goes out there, he gets a phenomenal freaking. I don't know how many poles it is now, but he goes out there and gets a pole, and a good battle, a good hard run. With road course, Samoa's always going to be up there, and sure enough, when we got to the end of stage 1, Samoa would finish, in first. So looking to have a good battle between him, JPR, and Reb. Reb had a fast car that day. The key is getting to the bus stop and not, you didn't want to get on them rumble strips because they could send you for a ride. Go out there for stage 2, and Samoa was able to capture the second stage. So going into the final stage, some strong racing. All in all, it was a great race. I mean, there was one incident that did occur that took right there towards the end end of the race that question whether or not, and this is nothing that anybody in the league could have done, but there really should have been a caution that came out. Relax setting or whatever. When you got 3 cars that goes plowing into the wall, I mean, come on, NASCAR 25, we need to get this shit together. Which really hurt, a couple guys' race because they were running up there at the, up towards the front, and I can't remember if it was Bames or Rowdy. One of them comes out of the bus stop, and their car just went sailing and collected the other 2 cars. But when the dust was settled, JPR would pick up the win, capturing his 4th win of the season and his 3rd road course win. Followed by Samoa in 2nd. Reb would finish 3rd. MB would finish 4th, and Wolfie Man would finish 5th, with Samoa clocking the fastest lap with a 1 minute, 11 second, .927. So, some fast racing. It was a fun race. I always dread road course races, but I got out there, practiced real hard, and was able to run some good laps. And the key thing is, even with a road course, I was able to stay on the lead lap the entire race. So, I mean, and that's one of my downfalls this season, is not being able to stay on the lead lap and getting laps down and can't make up spots. So it's key for me to try to stay on that lead lap. But congratulations to, JPR for picking that up. Bames, NASCAR would finish 6th. Bames would finish 7th. Myself finished 8th. Sharton would finish 9th, and Rowdy would finish 10th. So, it was looking. We come into Monday. That was Monday. We come into Tuesday, and the points battle was just, it was one of those things. It's like somebody's not going to make it in, but who's not going to make it in, and who's going to make it in? The point span was so close. I think going into that race, I was only like, I want to say 4 or 8 points out of the round of 8, so, everybody was wanting to have a good race. Okay. Yeah, I was 8 points out, as we look at the Sharton's holding on tight with that 8th spot with 3,042. He's 2 points over Rowdy. Speedy sitting in 10th, 7 points behind, and unfortunately, we knew Speedy wasn't going to be able to make it this week, and that sucks for him because I feel had he been able to race, he would have ended up making it into the final 8. I was sitting 8 points behind, and Beer Stick, wasn't able to make it to the race, so he was sitting there, 38 points out. Not to say that he couldn't still make it, but he was going to need a lot of things in Michigan to go his way. One, he was going to have to win, and he was going to have to win big, meaning picking up stages, win, and then he was going to need the other guys right there to have bad days. So, but we go into Michigan. Josh, you showed up for this one. It's always a blast having you up there running with the boys. JPR would go out there with a blistering 39.322 to capture yet again another pole. Man is stacking up poles. He's truly front row JPR, that's for sure. But we go out there, good hard battling. It was a fast track. Draft was key. And that was one of the issues I was having at the beginning of all runs was, for some reason, my internet was acting with me, and I kept going in. My signal kept going in and out, so I kept losing the draft. And by the time it started acting right, I was already done lost the draft and out there, running by myself and having a hard time trying to catch up. But Samo would go out there, capture stage 1. Go out there for stage 2, tough battling, but Samo would able to capture stage 2. Going into the final stage, would JPR be able to sweep the week, or would Samo be able to finish off winning the first 2 stages to win the race? And I want to say there was a black flag or something like that. Something happened to JPR which caused him to fall a lap down, and Samo would be able to capture the win, followed by Sharton with a strong second place finish. Wolfie would finish 3rd, Beer Stick would finish 4th, and MB would goodness gracious.
MB finishes top 5, but one thing we wanna not forget: Samoa's 11th win. That was Samoa's 11th fucking win. Insane.
Where you got JPR dominating and qualifying, you got Samo dominating in the win. So I mean, Samo is top notch. He's a great guy. I wish I could be half as fast as he is. And which the thing with Samo, he doesn't try to be fast. I mean, even in the Michigan race, I think he turned like the 10th fastest lap time. So he wasn't the fastest car out there. He was just consistent, and he knew where to hit his marks and all that, and was able to pick up the win. So, phenomenal. Rowdy finished 6th. Ford would come out there and finish 7th. I would finish 8th. Rooster would finish 9th. JPR would finish 1 lap down in 10th. Baines would finish 1 lap down in 11th, followed by Josh. You were 2 laps down. I think there was a wreck or something that occurred that
Nah,
you got tied up.
JPR's car fucking, there was a bubble off it, and it caught me coming out of 4, and I just wrecked in front of everybody.
Now, I will have to say, with the Baines situation, like I said, I was having issues on restarts with my internet. Well, Baines started in front of me, and I went to suck up behind him to get that draft. Well, right as I was about to get up to him, his car went ghost on my screen, which then, as we all know from playing the game and all that, a car goes ghost, you can almost drive right through him. I wasn't trying to drive through him. I was just simply trying to get up when he was solid, get up behind him and get that draft going into the turn so we can get some good speed coming around there. And no sooner than he goes ghost and my car gets just a little bit inside his car, he comes on ghosting, which then causes him to get spun out. So, hate that for it. Baines had a fast car as well. But that's the joys of online racing, I guess you can say. To round it out, Temple 12th, NASCAR finished 13th, and Reb would finish 14th. Which, what did I do? Oh, okay. So, who made the round of 8? Who's going on, and who, as we look, Smo with a comfortable lead in first, followed by JPR. Rebneck would be sitting 3rd in points, followed by Baines in 4th. Sharton sitting right there comfortably in 5th. He's going to be battling, trying to make it into the top in Championship 4. And he's one that has really came on strong. The past couple of weeks. I mean, he is finishing strong every race. Wolfie Manson 6th. MB would finish 1 point ahead of Rowdy in 7th, and Rowdy would be able to get the 8th place spot by 15 points over myself and Trigun, as me and Trigun are tied. And unfortunately, as far as it goes for playoff runs, this is where my playoff run ends. But I will say this: it's not where my season ends. There's six more races, and I plan on being at all 6 races. Um, I'm going to go a little bit off script for a moment here, Josh, if you don't mind.
Go right
I
ahead.
want to thank everybody this week. From the Rebs to the Smos, yourself included. When coming into this season, I had a couple of goals in mind. Get my best finish, which I was able to capture that earlier in the season at Daytona, where I finished second, and to make it into the round, finish better than 16th in points. So to be able to make it into the round of 12, that was a goal accomplished. So I was giving it everything I had last night, and I was hoping to make the round of 8, but I'm not upset about it. I felt I had a great season this year, and it's key. I look back throughout the season, and I wish I would have been running all season the way that I ran the last couple of weeks. Last week and this week, because I think I'd be up there in the top 8. It's a learning curve, but most importantly, great. The best advice I can give anybody out there that's looking for a league: find a league with great guys to race with. The competitive is here in the Next Gen group, in the D2D ARCA revamp group, the Thursday Night Thunder League on dirt. But the competition is strong. But the most important thing is there's not a person, almost not a person out there that's in these leagues that if you reach out to them and say, hey, what am I doing wrong here? What can I do to get faster? There's not a single one that's not going to jump in there and be like, well, let's see what you got. Everybody's willing to help each other out because that's what everybody wants. They don't just want to go out there and just run away from everybody. They want strong, hard racing and competition, fun racing, and that's what we have. So I want to thank everybody. But you can rest assured I might be out of the playoff run, but I ain't done with this season yet. So I'm going to go out there next week. We got Worldwide Tech as well, and we've got Vegas, and I'm just going to keep working on my speed and finding the correct line and see if we can't maybe play some spoilers out there.
Yeah,
Now
man,
back to our regular scheduled program.
Yep, back to where we are. All right, so that was the breakdown for top 8. Nep already read through it. Nep, we thank you. And Nep, we really had a great playoff run. Good job doing what you did, and you really came in pushing hard at the end.
Well, I appreciate it, and
No problems at all. Just definitely, you have the experience, and that shows a lot. So you did what you could, and yeah, we're proud of you over here. We're proud of you as fuck over here. We were fucking hoping you were gonna make it, dude.
man, I'm telling you, the past 2 weeks, I mean, I've been, unfortunately, I've been struggling, for the better part of the season,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm running in the back of the pack and all that, or
Mm-hmm.
mid pack and all. But to be able to run up there with the Rebs and with yourself and JPR and even Samoa a couple of times there I was able to run with. I mean, it felt good, to be able to run up there. So, be it whether the practices or the actual races, it shows that the effort that I put into it is worth it, and you never know. Next season, if I don't get it this season, next season, I might have to put a goal up there to try to somehow snake a win out of the bunch.
Definitely, man. Try it out. See what you can do. Like I said, we want you to see you succeed, and you definitely that's the next spot in succeeding. You're getting that first win on the NASCAR side of things. But as we move on, as you can see, now it's the NG Cup Series playoffs round of 8. That's going to be a very interesting round, and of course, you guys tune in right here, and we'll fill you in every single round. Next, we got Thursday Night Thunder. Big announcements for these guys. It is time. It is race week. They're kicking off racing tomorrow night. They're going to be at Baxterville, if I remember correctly. And yeah,
Correct.
me and Nep are going to be up in the broadcast booth. It's going to be fun. We're going to be cool. Maybe we'll crack a beer or two open, and we'll have a great time together.
You know, they had an open practice last week, and we, you know, we got in there, and luckily we got in there and practiced as well because, you know, we had a little bit of technical difficulty, but luckily I think we got it figured out there towards the end. But it was, I had to say, it was fun just sitting there watching the race and, you know, calling, doing our best to call it lap for lap and all that. So it's definitely going to be a learning experience going into tomorrow night. And all I can say is, Josh, let's go have some fun.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready to have a great time. We'll definitely see what happens there. Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to rock, dude. Let's see here. As you can see, Baxterville Speedway opening night, dirt late models, the pros and the supers. Tomorrow, May 7th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Dirt Speed Glory. It all starts here. Then we make our way over to the D2D ARCA Revamp Series. A lot of stuff just got dropped for the ARCA series. Starting off with the official roster. Everyone got their numbers in. We're currently sitting at 21 drivers, and yeah, that's about where we're gonna stay put. I don't want to go any higher than that, so we'll be good to go. As you can see, Smells gonna be in the 08, Achilles in the 1, Rowdy Roosters in the 3, Rebs in the 7, Hamrick in the 11, Kesey in the 12, myself in the 17, Jay Clan in the 19, Wolfie in the 29, Do It For Dale in the 30, Big Mike in the 36, Shart in the 42, Nepdog 45, Ford 48, Beer Stick 51, MB bringing back the iconic 55 car. James has speed 63, Dr. Shiesty 70, Mountain Dew Man 77, Rowdy 78, and Bill Bob is 83. Nice little roster to kick off the new season.
Oh yeah, gonna be fun. I still hate that I'm gonna miss that first race, but I'll be here for that race. I believe it's the Nitro one that I won't make it, but I'll be. I should be back for Sunday night. So,
and then also looking through the schedule here for the D2D ARCA Revamp Series, Lime Rock, everything kicks off. Excuse me. Sunday, June 7th. We kick it off with 2 road courses. Believe that. Lime Rock and Watkins Glen. Then we're off that week, that following week after. Then we are in Martinsville. Then we are off the week after that. Then goes Daytona, IRP, Portland, Talladega, Richmond, Dover, Charlotte, Iowa to end the regular season. Then to start the chase format. Yes, you heard that correctly. The chase format. We jump into Michigan, then Bristol, Kansas, North Wilkesboro, Phoenix. We finish it off. Actually, we're off then the week after Phoenix. And in Rockingham, we finish it off. And that is the chase finale. 17 races, 11 regular races, 6 chase formats. We are fucking ready to go. Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern, starting June 7th. Nitrous Racing Series for the Craftsman Trucks. As you can see, this is the unofficial roster. Right now they got 16, 15-ish people, 16-ish, something like that. Achille 4, Reb the 7, Brantley the 07, Simone the 08, YouTube 99 kills in the 10, myself in the 17, Slappy the 19, Wolfie 26, Cowboy Watson 33. That's a name that used to be mentioned. Big Mike
Damn
36.
dirty air.
Yep. Nep, you're there in the 45. Heavy in the 67. Shiesty in the 70. Rowdy in the 78. RCR, another name that we used to speak of, in the 15th spot. And also, be very interested about this. Nitrous news to come. That is going to be very interesting when that drops. I can't wait for everyone to talk to that, to hear about it, to understand it, and to see it. Shicey's cooking up some stuff. 100% cooking. Actually, let's see. We might have a guest here in a second. Nope.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of making sure we can get him in here. Let's see. Let's try that. But a lot of cool stuff
one thing,
going on, man.
yeah, one thing for sure, especially come to starting tomorrow night with the dirt, and then finishing out the season 1 for next gen, and then starting right there at June. Temple Racing Television, I mean, you looking for racing action? We got you covered. I mean, from from the dusty dirt tracks to the hard ass pavement. We got some running racing to be done.
Amen. There's a lot of stuff to do. That's for certain. But like I said, we had someone showing up here, and he is very off script, but he's here. Mr. Meals, aka NASCAR 592448 on PlayStation, is here. He is one of the team owners in the NGRL Cup Series, and he's here to say a couple words. NASCAR, the floor is yours, bud.
Guys, how's it going?
We're going pretty
Matter
well.
of fact, something to think about it. That was one slide you didn't show there, Josh.
What?
You didn't have the team owner points.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
No.
It's a lot too little. That's all we need to know.
But anywho, NASCAR, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad. I feel like I had a rough week, kind of, in a way. But we learn from our mistakes and go on from there. So we're going to learn from our mistakes and just move on to next week and hopefully be better next week.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you like this. You don't take them damn magnets off my car. Me and you going to meet at the holler. Seems like anytime we're around each other, we find each other.
Somehow, some way, yeah. And not trying to tell it's not even like either. It just happens sometimes.
Right.
So NASCAR,
it's
what's
fun,
up?
Rick.
What'd you want to hear? What'd you want to say?
For starters, I wanted to just thank my team mostly for the very incredible season we've had so far. Especially with Smo having 11 wins for the team is outrageous, like you all were saying earlier. Wild, crazy. But
we got another person.
other than that, we've had a strong season. We started off strong, and we just keep going strong. And granted, there's been times where I haven't had some good finishes, but other guys have had some consistencies and very fast, and was able to get us to where we're at for team owner points.
I mean, how do you feel that You have basically two of the hottest guys. You got the one guy hottest with closing out fucking races, and the other one the hottest on coming in with raw speed. You have the best of both worlds on your team, and they both fucking show. They aren't here to fucking just mess around. They're here because they're serious. How is that as an owner, seeing them strive and be able to carry the whole entire team, and you have to like try to just let them drag you a little bit?
A little, yeah, I said a little bit, yeah. But honestly, it's a lot of fun having my own team, being fast and consistent like they are every week, every day. Well, not every day, but each week. But and the polls that JPR's gotten is crazy, and then just the consistency between all the drivers plus and them just doing what they know best to do and try to stay out of trouble when they can. Like that's JP probably the most worst finish he's had all season long, probably if I can think correctly. But other than that, it's been fun with having them guys, and if and for next season, it'd be cool to have them again for next season if I get a chance to draft them. But if not, then it is what it is, and we'll just do what we can.
There you go, NASCAR. Well, we appreciate you jumping on here and giving us a little bit of insight on the driver, Mr. Matthew Meals.
Thank you.
Now, I see we had someone else join, and if I may not be mistaken, he is one of the runners of Thursday Night Thunder, Mr. Justin Claypool. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Oh, thanks, Joss. How's it going tonight?
Fucking
You sound a little tired.
Yeah, but the dubbies got me awake, so we're doing good. We're moving.
So I wanted to come on here and clarify what happened at Dover.
Oh,
So I had the slower car, and you came just out of the pits. So we were coming both out of the turn. I tried to stay up towards the wall. You came up too early. And as soon as I seen your car turning a hair, I slammed on the brakes.
See, I don't think I came up because I left like 3 lanes above me. You were like a lane and a half off the outside wall, and your car pitched coming off of 2. And then
At least from my view, it's what it looked like.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch my replay to make sure I didn't come up and fucking just come across your nose.
But it wasn't much.
No, it was
you
not
know,
much.
And then we both literally stopped on the track, and the caution still didn't come out.
Yeah.
So that just tells you how the caution system in NASCAR needs some fixing.
Mm-hmm. It's gay as shit.
And we're looking forward to everyone joining us for opening night tomorrow night. Should be a great race.
Yeah, bear with us. We're gonna try to make this shit work. I'm gonna have some stuff I'm gonna get from you and Hamrick, but I'll message you guys on the side about that.
All right, sounds good. But that's all I wanted to come in here for. When I asked you about that, that was when you were going over the Dover race.
Yeah, I didn't check my phone just now, and I was like, oh, I'll get him in here.
But have a good night. I'll let you continue on. It sounds like the podcast is almost over anyways,
Yeah,
but
we're almost
have a good
there.
night to both of you.
All right, you too, Jay. Stay away from my rear quarters.
Listen, the only rear quarter I want to get into is people I don't want to get into anybody, but I'll drive easy. I'll drive better.
Just don't put it in my rear quarter. Do whatever you want. Just don't kill me.
I don't plan on it.
Yeah, I mean, after all, Josh is, second worst than a Filipino prostitute on payday anyway.
Bad, man.
He's choking hard.
Yeah. Dude, I did everything I could to get those fucking stage points, and it came down to at the end, and I felt like I was in an okay position. I think I would have at least got third, maybe wrestled second from Shiesty, but the strategy felt perfect for fucking Heavy. I should have did it, but I didn't. But he's doing what he needs to do right now, which is really crazy to see, because it just shows his demeanor change when it came to the playoffs. But
I would like to see you hopefully do better, and I'd love to see you in the Cup Series and whatnot, and maybe a lot of fun having a Cup.
Well, that's not going to be up to me. That's going to be up to whoever the owners are of the Cup Series now.
amen.
I'm going to say this. You know, I'm not one of the admins over there or anything like that. You know, I stepped down from all that. But from looking, watching the races, so I can give a good analysis of the races on this podcast and all that, I have to say, um, now there's one, and this is nothing personal towards him, but Memphis, who only been able to run a handful of races. But for the most part, everybody else that has ran every single race, over there, um, I if it was my call, I feel from the Heavy D's, the Laquillas, Jay Clay, yourself, Hamrick, all of y'all, James. I wouldn't see why y'all wouldn't be invited up to the Cup Series next year. I mean, because y'all have been running hard, running good races. I mean, and all, each of y'all any of y'all could come up here, come up to the Cup Series and have a good running vehicle, running race. So, be interesting to see how the end of the season comes and what the off season brings about for next gen. I mean, so, um, but like I said, if it was my call, y'all ought to be up in Cup.
Not to toot my own horn, but I was the Xfinity driver who had the best finish in the Cup Series races when we got called up.
Not really. Josh is considered an Xfinity driver if you want to
No,
race.
he didn't get called up. He was running part time.
That is true. Jay does have the best.
I know. Yeah, I know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's good running with all of y'all guys, from the Laquillas all the way up to the JPRs and the Samos. I mean, it's a it's good racing with y'all. I mean, everybody races hard and for the most part clean. There are mishaps on the races, but in the races, but that's part of racing. I mean, nobody's out there purposely trying to take people out. So,
Right, look at me, for example, at Michigan, third or fourth, and just take my own self out and myself.
all right. I mean, anything can happen. But guys, I'm glad y'all hopped on tonight so we can talk with y'all. And we love having guests up here. I know.
We're gonna get back
But
to this when we get that. We're gonna definitely
get
do more interviews like next week and stuff.
get into your dirt frame of mind, both of y'all guys, because tomorrow night it's go time.
I'm always in a dirt frame of mind.
Maybe Nep could do some reporting from the infield tomorrow. We'll see.
You never know.
All right. Well, before we end this up, Temple Racing Television by W, like we were talking about earlier. Head over to www.w.gg. Using my promo code TEMP26. Get 10% off your order. That shit woke me the fuck up. And I only had a little bit, a little tiny scoop. And I'm fucking wide awake. First Place Auto Glass, the leader in auto glass. For serious inquiries, please email firstplaceautoglass@yahoo.com. Jamestown, New York is the area that Bob works out of. Great guy. He will provide you with fucking wiper blades even. Hit him up, check him out, get a hold of him. Guys, it was a great episode. Thanks everyone for popping in tonight. Thanks for all the information shared. And we do what we always do. We have a great time. So, on that case, Nap, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, count of three. 1, 2, 3. To be continued.
Be continued.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Superpower Hours. We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. TRT, Temple Racing Television. Stop and say hi. Everyone, have a wonderful night.